Main Street, USA, right in front of the clock. I kind of can't believe that I'm here. I know what you're thinking, this doesn't look like I'm really anywhere, but I am in Marceline, Missouri, about to go into the Walt Disney Hometown Museum. I am in this part of the country because I am on a tour and it's 4th of July, so what better place to spend 4th of July than seeing where Walt Disney grew up, go to this hometown museum and watching a 4th of July parade on Main Street, USA that inspired Main Street, USA. This is the cutest building I've ever seen. Holy cow. Oh, Marceline. Walt Disney Hometown Museum. There's supposed to be so many cool things in here. In front of the bathrooms, they have a clock for Walt Disney World, a clock for Marceline, and then a clock for Disneyland. So I couldn't film throughout the museum, but oh my gosh, it was so cool. I got a little bit emotional because when you first start, like, the entrance goes into where the train station like let out, and it's like, this is where Walt walked out as a boy. It just never really left him. It was always such an inspiration. His desk from 1st grade is there. You can see where he carved WD in it twice. There's a really great collector's room where there's some really cool memorabilia in there, like an original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs hand-painted cell. There's so much history packed into this little museum. It's really, really neat that it could be this huge, big, like, Walt Disney Museum thing, but it really still feels like a hometown thing, which is really kind of like what Walt loved so much about it. And oh my gosh, $10 to go in there. It was like, okay. And now I'm gonna go head down Main Street, USA. It was renamed Main Street. It was called Kansas Avenue, and then Disneyland was built and Walt named it Main Street, USA, so they rechanged the name here, but it's all the same inspiration for like the theater and the Emporium and Coke Corner. All of that we love on Main Street is like inspired by stuff that's like right over here, so ooh, gotta check it out. Officially on Main Street, USA. It is very quiet here. It is the 4th of July. It's a holiday, so a lot of the stores are closed, but it is just a small, sleepy town. I love it. Immediately, you know for sure that there are clocks like this on Disneyland and Walt Disney World Main Streets. And here they are. I think you really can tell the Main Street inspiration by not just like the clock that was back there, but you have street lights and the different heights of all the buildings, like that keep them all distinct, because we can see that on our Main Street as well. So this theater, Walt Disney held, oh my god, hold up, look at this. So this theater held the world premiere of the Spirit of Mickey. Whoa, wait a minute. Hometown bed and breakfast. I didn't know about this though. This is the inside of the theater. It sounds really weird, but it smells really old. It's the Great Locomotive Chase. The Uptown Theater was the inspiration for the theater that is on Main Street, USA. And Walt Disney came back and held the Great Locomotive Chase like premiere here, and then they did it again for the Spirit of Mickey in '98, which is obviously after Walt's death. But this place has been so like ingrained in Disney history that why would you not have a movie premiere for Disney if you had the opportunity to? Oh my gosh. Also, I love you, Goofy, but you're like no Tilly, all right? This building right here was the jewelry shop and was the inspiration for Coke Corner. It's a shop that's got all of these really fun things in the windows, but what's really cool is that this was the inspiration for Coke Corner, and not too long ago Coca-Cola gifted a brand new mural on the side of the building back here, like in honor of the relationship that Coke and Disney obviously has had. So it's like super just ingrained as being the friggin' inspo for Coke Corner. It's here. It's here. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. I just ate at a really cute cafe called Mom Vic's Cafe. I got a free dessert for going to the museum, and now I'm sitting on the curb of Main Street USA for a parade in real life. All the kids are here with their like plastic bags, gonna get all that candy. So Disneyland, let's throw out some candy too. That would be cool. Oh my God, what is this? The Pixar Play Parade? Excuse me, sir. Oh, no.
Ability name around Marceline,
Yes. America. Petitions for ponies in Disneyland, please. Is E.P. Ripley Park. It's all set up for 4th of July stuff. But the first steam engine installed in Disneyland was called the E.P. Ripley, which is based on this little community park right here. Man. In the back of the Ripley Park is this huge train. This is Disneyland Railroad in the back. This is the Marceline, Missouri Post Office, which issued a commemorative Walt Disney stamp in 1968. Yes, I really like all these placards that are around the city to kind of tell you the connections of all the buildings to Walt Disney life. In case you don't remember that the candy shop in downtown Disney is called Marceline's, it's after the city. The building where I actually had my lunch was the Allen Hotel block. And the Allen Hotel block was a favorite shop for all the Marcelinians. What's a very funny name. I kind of love that. So that basically does it for Main Street USA as you see it today. It's so cool actually being here and being able to see some of the buildings and the inspiration. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little inspired by being here. I'm hoping to swing by the Disney barn on my way out of town because it's closer to the interstate. The super nice ladies at the Family Museum told me how to get there, so I hope I don't get lost. So close, don't even realize that if you get off of the interstate and you go down to Main Street USA that you just passed Walt Disney's childhood home. Spoiler alert, it's a beautiful red house over there. So people currently still live in that house, which is really cool, but in the back of that house is where the farm was. So here it is. Welcome, 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 the Disney Family Farm. I'm so excited to be here. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. They do have a little area that you can park and walk right over here. Very cool that people still live in the house, but they welcome people to come and check out the barn. I only say the barn because in 2015, Walt's Dreaming Tree fell down. So I believe that there's a new one that's been planted in its place. But crazily enough, there is a branch that's preserved from the Dreaming Tree when it fell at the Hometown Museum. So you can still you can touch it and you can check it out, which is cool, but it's sad that it's not here anymore. This is where the Dreaming Tree was, where Walt said many times he would come and get inspiration. This is the new Dreaming Tree that was actually dedicated by some Walt Disney World ambassadors, which is pretty cool. They brought soil from Magic Kingdom and water from rivers of America. Can you imagine? So even though this isn't the original Dreaming Tree, there's still a lot of history and significance here, which is pretty great. Here's a whole sign about the Dreaming Tree. It's, about how Walt and his brothers and sisters would come and play and had the best time ever under here. But I didn't know this, and this did you know, that the original Dreaming Tree, there was 3 trees that have come from seeds from this, and one of them was planted on Tom Sawyer's Island. Look at this property. It is beautiful. The Disney Family Farm was 40 acres, and it's just, it's gorgeous. Oh, this is fun. So the barn back here, Walt actually recreated and made it his personal workshop. Wow. This is very surreal right now. I can't believe I'm also here by myself. Man, the swag in this barn roof is intentional. Walt wanted his barn to be fun and unique. Oh, whoa. Oh, there's signatures everywhere. So cool. Wow, 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 wow. This is pretty faltastic. Walt's barn. Wow. How the heck did people sign up there? You can tell how hot it is here in Missouri. I was really sad because I didn't have a Sharpie or anything to write with. There's a pen in here. Where am I gonna sign? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. All these messages in here are really great. Everybody's like little Mickeys everywhere. This, Disney isn't Disney without Walt. Tim Tracker, the Tim Tracker! It's not pretty because it's an ink pen, but I've signed on the door down here. I'll show you what it looks like. If you ever come to Walt's barn, find this door. I've signed it right here, Tiffany Mink. I dated it. There's a little Mickey above the eye, but it was like a fun space that was actually empty. Fireworks going off. It's 4th of July after all. There's water down here. There's like a beautiful looking like pond. Beautiful. You can see part of the house all the way up there. That's how far away it is from the barn and all the rest of the farm over here. But I just wanted to go see this water. Whoa, I heard a giant flap. Look at this big crane. What is that? That was magical. I also still hear something rustling like over here. What is it? But you know what? A lot of this like does kind of remind me of Rivers of America. Just a bit. Inspiration is everywhere. I think that pretty much does it for all the cool things here in Marceline, Walt Disney's childhood hometown. Really, really incredible to be here and to see it in real life because you can definitely make the connections between Walt's life here and what we get to experience in Disneyland. I feel really, really fortunate that I got to check this out. And like, I'm just like standing on Walt's farm right now. Just standing on the Disney family farm, no big deal. If you've been here, let me know. I posted that I was coming. A lot of you guys were like, oh my gosh, I've been there, it's amazing. And give this video a thumbs up if you hope to visit here someday because I highly, highly recommend it. It's a good little day trip if you can drive. There's not like a ton to do in Marceline, but if you're a Disney fan and love all the Disney history and all the inside look and want to know more about the Disney family, definitely come check it out. As a Disney nerd, I really, really, really enjoyed my time here. I'm gonna remember this for a really long time. I will put info about this whole city down below, including a link to the museum, which I think is the best thing that they have to offer in Marceline, and as well as how to get to the barn. So I'm just gonna like take it all in, and I will see you guys later.